cool. So yeah, today I have a surprise for you. It's like 1:12 a.m. As usual, you know, the time I record is usually this. And actually, I am back from work, but not recently. Like, I worked in the morning, and that's why I look presentable still, because I worked this morning. And actually, my fit today kind of was bomb, because I'm like wearing these kind of like cool shorts and these like stockings, but I wore like a cool shirt. This is not what I wore today, other than like the rest of the fit, because I'm going to dye my hair today, guys, and I'm going to redo my shaved sides tomorrow morning. I'm going morning. Let's emphasize that, and it's 1:13 a.m. Okay, so I'm going in the morning with my friends to the beach, and yeah, I just want to be refreshed. I want to be, you know, feel hotter than the sun, you know what I mean? So yes, we're going to be kind of like doing a glow up today. And I'm also going to be telling you a story time about a very not pleasant situationship, I don't know, something that I had. I guess we can call it a relationship for like the sake of the thumbnail of the like. Are you okay? You sound so weird. You sound like an alien. That's not how cats sound. It's not Faisal, it's the other cat that's named Hennessy. His name is literally Hennessy, and it was my idea. He's like, Mom, why did you call me that? Understandable. Also, surprisingly, today I'm not high while I'm recording this, because I'm out of weed for now. Only for now. So let's get this thing going, right? So let's actually start with like parting my hair and shit. Like, I actually like dyeing my hair. I always did like it, because like my grandmom is can you hear me? I bet you do. But my grandmom, she is a hairdresser, a hairstylist, a makeup artist, a cosmetician. She is so many things. A seamstress. Yeah, she's many things. Yeah. And through my time of, you know, being raised by my grandmom, I kinda always been at her workplace and stuff like that, and she always worked at like salons and shit like that, where people were like doing hairs to people, and, you know, makeup, nails, stuff like that. She would do nails, she would sew like wedding dresses. She did a lot of stuff in her times. So like when I you know, grew up, I always was around that environment. So as I began my emo phase at like 15 was the first time I actually dyed my hair a funky color. Wow, that's a lot of stuff in that. I know it's box dye. Don't come after me, okay? I just do that, okay? Don't come after me, okay? Like, it never did me wrong, so. Anyway, so yeah, so I always saw that, and when I was like 15, thinking actually of like dyeing my hair, I knew how to do that. Like, I could do that. Actually, my mom did that for me for like a long time. If you want to see, like, it's nice. Brand Mando, if you're watching this. He is not watching this. It's funny that like in every video that he has reactions of, it's like, if you don't know Brent Mondo, like, where have you been? Like, he's a hairdressing queen, I don't know, queen, okay? Basically, oh fuck, have bleach on my shit. It's not bleach, it's oxygen. Never mind. Not as bad, but still not ideal. But yeah, on my table map. Anyway, so yeah, it's funny how like every reaction video he does, like people say, "Oh, he's not watching this," and he literally is. Kind of funny. What I was saying was that my mom dyed my hair for a while, but like I always liked the idea of like being a hairstylist, being like a hairdresser. I don't know, like I liked the vibe. I always like connected with the vibe because I grew up, you know, surrounded by that. And yeah, and then I started dyeing my hair super cool colors. You can go back to my Instagram to see, like, scroll back. I don't have that many pictures, so it's not gonna be like a hassle for you. So yeah, you can scroll back and like see pictures of like all of my different hair eras. Like I had so many, like damn. And funny enough, we'll get into the story soon as I start dyeing my hair, but like for now, as I'm preparing, chit-chatting, you know, breaking the ice, as it is called. Cold, funny. So yeah, I basically dyed my hair every color, and I always, because like I had kind of like a phobia of like having dark hair, dark eyebrows, everything, because I'm like super like Ukrainian, but my dad is Georgian, and they don't have the best genes, you know what I mean? Like they don't have the best genes. They have like big noses, which mine isn't, because I'm half Ukrainian. Like, mom, you won. I won the genetic lottery, you know what I mean? Like I could have been born looking Georgian, and I didn't, and I'm super grateful for that. Actually though, I'm actually super grateful for that, because like I'm not saying they're not pretty people, they are, but like, do you want to compare that to like Russians and Ukrainians? Like you can't, because it's on a different level, a different scale. They fucking broke the scale, bitch. So what the fuck is that? Is this like a hair mask? Okay, it is. And this is, oh, it kind of like gives back the life for the dye. After 15 days, you have to use it again to like bring the life back to the dye so it won't fade. Interesting. Let's start with the story. When the motorcycle man is gonna pass. Oh, wait, I didn't finish the last thing I wanted to say. So, like, I said I would never dye my hair black. I would never do that, like, because then I couldn't dye colors. Like, I wouldn't have the option, right? And I was super scared of dyeing my hair black. And once, when I was 17, I was, like, it's right after I broke up with my first ever girlfriend. And I needed a glow up, you know what I mean? Like, I needed a change. So I dyed my hair Hayley Williams style. Like, I actually wanted specifically kind of like what Hayley Williams had, which was like ginger with like underlayer of blonde and like stripe of blonde, like actually roots being blonde kind of, and like an underlayer of being of like blonde and like ginger on top. And I was like, damn, that is slaying. So that is what I did. Let me get up some like hair ties so I can actually get somewhere with this video. So yeah, I dyed my hair kind of like that color, and well, I'm not saying that it was not a good attempt. It was, but it was not perfect. Like, it wouldn't last. Like, after a week, I started seeing girls on Pinterest like with black hair, like super goth girls on Pinterest. Like then I really wanted to be like, because my first ever girlfriend, that is actually not the relationship story I wanted to tell, but like it's kind of like a segue, you know what I mean? My first ever girlfriend was kind of like more punk goth, you know, than goth, you know, because like I think I'm really goth. Maybe metalhead goth, maybe, but like I'm goth. And she was more like punk goth, you know? And the attitude, the ideology, the music, especially, like she listened to Girlwood. Like her fucking alarm in the morning was, I'm your dad! I was talking about punk stuff. About my first ever girlfriend. Oh, so yeah, so I wanted to like become more goth. So I really looked on Pinterest, so many like ways of in which I can become more goth. And wow, are you guys okay? Right in front of my salad? No, I'm kidding. So anyway, yes, I parted my hair and everything because it was way easier for me to do while not talking. But anyway, yeah, so at that time I really wanted to be my extreme goth, and then I was like seeing a bunch of like girls on Pinterest with black hair, and I was like, should I dye my hair black? I mean, it's been a week since I last tortured it, so like maybe I should wait with that, but I was too. My cat was just staring at me. Bye, Sam. Now he's ignoring me. Okay. So yeah, and I impulsively went. That specific moment, I was like, should I just dye my hair black? And I was like, fuck yeah. So impulsively, the next day, in the morning, like really early in the morning, I fucking went and I bought black hair dye, and this is all the dye that I have. This is a bit concerning, but it's gonna be fine. I don't have much hair. It's way healthier than it's been like 2 weeks ago. Like what? I did change my shampoo and conditioner. That is why it is like this, but it's actually pretty healthy. I like that. Anyway, where was I? Okay, I was saying that this is not a good idea, having a jacket right behind my ostracity. So yeah, I dye my hair black, and since then I have tried doing some other things to it, but the black never fully went away. Like it wasn't like I had a different color, right? I mean, I did, but I also did not. Like I had, you know how the Y2K has this like, the Y2K movement has this like, yo, what the fuck? No! I had like, you know, that's not that interesting. That's not what you're here for. You're here because you want to hear some tea, right? About this Scorpio ass bitch that was toxic as fuck. And now is still trying to speak to me. Like, yo, bro, what the fuck? Like, are you delusional? Like, are you okay? Like, why? Let me give you context. So, around last year, it was December 2021, and I was kind of like getting over my ex still, even though we kind of like, I mean, what is getting over? Like, I really thought that like we could get back together, and at some point I wanted to, you know, because we might have like, it might have been that way, that we could just get back together, you know what I mean? Like, I might have not been delusional about that, because my ex, she was a really cute person, and we really got along well, and the reason we split was because I broke up with her because I was insecure. Yeah, fun stories we have around here. I have a video about that if you want to see that. It's called My Relationships. I have red hair there. It's extensions. Context for hair dye. You may be like, yo, but you have red hair in those videos. And I'm like, well, no, it's extensions. But I did have red hair for a while. Anywho, I never say anywho, but right now, I like saying anyway, but right now it felt right. So, it was December of 2021, right? And I was getting over my ex, and I was like, testing, to see if I'm really bi, because my whole life, I knew I was attracted to women, but I never really knew if I was attracting to men, if I was attracted to men, or was I just wanting their validation because I had daddy issues, which I also had mommy issues. Like, I say had because I feel like I've healed them. I also healed my relationship with my parents since I moved out. Does wonders. I really recommend. They disagree, but I recommend. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, okay, I know this dude, he's kind of cool. He was friends with my roommate at the time, and he is a complete narcissist, and he is gonna watch this, and he is gonna be like, oh my god, she's speaking about me, oh my god, like, I'm so special. I'm like, no, it's not because you're special, it's because you're a bitch ass. Like, I'm sorry, but you're a bitch ass. Like, you contacted me like 2 weeks ago. Like, what the fuck? More on that later. But let's go back to the beginning. As I said, when it starts against black, we're getting there. Yeah. So I kind of like started flirting with him. And he was like really out of my league, like in a sense of like I was out of his league. Like I was here and he was here. And I did not see that for some reason. Anyway, so I started flirting with that dude, and because I was so much better than him in every single way, and I'm not saying that to be like cocky, I'm actually meaning that because right now I can see the worth that I had back then that I did not see back then, and I'm like, yo, that was like such a L for me. Like, actually, that was an L for me. So yeah, and also Scorpios, they don't have a good reputation. So I started flirting with the dude, and I started manifesting him because I really got into manifestation back then at the time. It was when I manifested this apartment. And if you have watched my video about manifestation, you will know that this is the way I started manifesting. Like, that was my gateway to manifestation. So, yeah. So, the next manifestation after that was this dude. And I was like, okay, I know this dude, and I, like, think he's attractive because he kind of had, like, long hair at the time. Looked like a surfer boy, like, I don't know. But actually he went to an Orthodox religious Jewish school, and that was such a turn off. But why did I keep going? I don't know. Man was desperate. Girl was desperate. Life. So I called myself man, and I had to change that because you wouldn't understand who I meant. I'm a dyke. Hello. What? What? Anyway, yeah. So like one, the manifestation came to life, and I was hitting on him real hard, and we started making out, and like we kind of like, linked, and we started being like friends with benefits. And at the beginning, I was like so like not interested in him more than like knowing what it is like to sleep with a guy. Like that's all I fucking wanted from this dude. Because my original plan was like, I'm gonna, because I'm a long, longer, how do you say it? Like long term relationship person. I'm like, okay, I will sleep with this dude, and then as if I have the opportunity, right? And then I will get into a relationship with a girl, and it's gonna be probably for years, and I will for years not have the ability to like sleep with a man, a guy. I don't know, because like they're not men yet. He wasn't a man then, but he's still not a man. Honestly, he's a bitch ass. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And yeah, so that was it. That was pretty fast actually. Damn, that was pretty fast. Nice. So I saw it definitely as just experimenting, and it's just being like, okay, I'm just gonna see if I like men in that way, and like go back to my ex. That's a beautiful blonde woman, like how the standards have changed at that moment. It's a funny moment to remember. Yes, I think so too. Anyway, yep, he's right. Dude's right. So I was looking at it definitely super casually in every way. And then dude dropped a fucking I love you bomb. Like, you're the love of my life. And that dude was also like, I was his first girl that he slept with. And that was not a good choice of me, but you know what? I was young and dumb and made mistakes. And we learn from mistakes on this channel, and in order to learn from mistakes, sometimes you have to make them. So I did that for you, so you won't have to. But if you have to, then like you would go through it. I'm sorry, but that's the way of the universe, we get sometimes lessons thrown at us, and like we have to like be like, I don't know, brave or something. I don't know, some spiritual ass bullshit. But I do believe what I say when I mean like we actually need to learn from stuff, and from those experiences, our lessons and shit like that. I do mean that, but like I'm an Aquarius, so like you never know if I'm joking or if I'm not joking. Like I'm never fully serious, and I'm like never fully joking, but like because I'm like so quirky, my sense of humor is like so different and unique. I should shut the fuck up. So anyway, he dropped the I love you bomb. He's like, you're the love of my life. And I was like, because he was super horny, right? Because like men don't know what's feelings and what's horniness. Like they don't know that. That's why all of them are fucking, they can't cry. Why? Because they think it makes them horny, Like, I don't know, has the same fucking switch on, I guess, in their fucking brain. But I was like, yo, dude loves me? Like, what? Like, I didn't see that, him in that way, but like, actually, I can start seeing him in that way, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, man, I was like, oh my god, I love you too, like, oh my god, like, cute. Because I thought, oh my god, it means it's going somewhere. And like, it wasn't what I had planned, because I had a different plan that I also manifested. Like, I manifested it on my manifestation journal. And like, my plan, And honestly, he kind of like changed my plans at that moment, because I was like, okay, if he says he loves me, then probably the universe or God or whatever is sending me this right now, so I would, have a healthy, happy relationship with a dude, because that's what I deserve, blah, 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 blah. And he probably doesn't want me to go to my ex. I mean, God, I guess, the universe, doesn't want me to go back to my ex, because exes are exes for a reason, and blah, 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 blah. so many things that I naively thought were the truth. So, oh. So I was like, okay, let's give this a chance. And like, I really was not in a healthy mindset at the time, so I kind of got attached. And I was like in a really not healthy mindset at the time. Like I was like 2 months after that was like my last suicide attempt, which was didn't work, obviously, because I'm here standing, talking, joking about that suicide attempt, because like that was dumb of me. Honestly, it was dumb of me. If you attempted to commit suicide, first of all, I'm sorry. I hope you see a therapist now that you like, because that's super important, because only they can help you. Because if you don't like them, then what's the point? You're just gonna hate yourself, the situation, and everything else even more, and maybe even want to kill yourself even more, you know what I mean? Trigger warning, by the way. I'm sorry, but like every video of mine is a trigger, okay? Is a trigger. You know, it's not new for you guys. If you've been here already, you know the drill. You know how it works around here. But for those who don't know, hi, I'm an Aquarius, and I don't care if you get offended or not. So, I'm just talking. It's just words that I'm saying, and they are not directed into anyone other than the bitch-ass Scorpio that I'm talking about. So, like, shit, I have black dye on my leg, but that's fine. Here, I kind of, like, got sloppy, because I get, like, distracted. In this area, I kind of got sloppy. But when I was like, okay, so if you love me, like, can we, like, date? Like, can we date? And he was like, I'm like, you're so pretty, and, like, I can't be without you. And, like, he wrote me a love poem, and I was like, which was, like, kind of cute, but it was, like, very weird, now that, you know, one of my friends' ex wrote her a poem that is almost exactly the fucking same, and I'm like, red flag. But yeah, I think so too. It's a red flag. But yeah, he wrote me a poem of like, oh my god, I can't be without you. Like, I just want to be around you, and I just want to be your best friend, and like, I want to be, oh my god, like, I'm in love with you, you know, oh my god, like, you're the girl of my dreams, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, let's date then. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sorry, my diction is not that great at the moment. And he was like, but like, no, I have like a fear of commitment, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I can't do it. I'm too afraid. Like, I'm such a like poor guy, and like, I'm like so like, what's the word to describe it? It's like, I'm so like such a poor guy, you know. I'm such like like, I don't know if a failure, but like, I'm fucked up, you know. I'm like wrong for that. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I can't commit. Like, bitch ass just did not want to commit, and what? The dude didn't even have a personality. Like, that dude doesn't have a personality still, and you can see it in his eyes. Like, some people just have like those blank eyes that, you know, like everything that they say is just for them to like trying to please you, but not for them actually saying what they want to say. Like, he even fucking told me shit like that, like, oh, like, I care too much about other people think about me, and you know, shit like that. And like, when I even walk around people, I turn down like the music on my headphones because I don't want them to hear what I'm listening to. And like, bitch, you're not that special. Like, grow up. So he was like, oh yeah, basically I'm just too I'm such a victim, and like I just can't commit, and like I'm sorry, but like boohoo, I'm too afraid. Oh my god, it's so scary. Oh my god, it's so scary. Oh. So that's what he fucking told me. And my bitch ass was like, well, yeah, but like I've already been this attached and invested, so I'm just gonna fucking keep going and see where it leads, because I fucking, first of all, enjoyed the intercourse with this dude, because I don't know, Scorpios are very sexy in my opinion. But that's it. Like, they're only sexy. And, like, that's it. I'm sorry, Scorpios. You know, there's one Scorpio that I actually like, and she's one of my best friends, yeah? But, like, she's the only one. And I'm sorry. And she's very complicated. And you know who you are. You're complicated. And I love you for being complicated. But you are. You know? Like, you guys are fucking complicated. And, well, this dude, while I'm sleeping with him, and I'm like trying to get him to like me, you know, as enough to date me, he starts fucking talking to me about how he wants to flirt with other girls. Like, not in a way of like, oh, I think I want to flirt with other girls. No, it's like, oh, I saw this super hot chick, and because like I was also attracted to women, but like that's not a way of fucking speaking to anyone, like, in my opinion. I saw this super fucking hot chick, and I just want to fucking bang her, and like I want to fucking like, I don't know, I got game, like I want to fucking like try hit on her and like get laid, and I'm like, why the fuck would you tell me that? I get super offended every time. Understandably so. Like, bitch, why the fuck would you tell me that? Like, what does that make you more of a man? Like, I don't know. You can't even commit, bro. How can you even be a man? You know what I mean? That's Hennessy. A drunk personality, as usual. So, yeah. And he always tried being like, well, I'm kind of like willing to try with you because you're super special to me, but like I don't know if I can do it, you know, like I don't know if I can do it, like. And I fucking was super dumb because I fucking believed all of this bullshit that you're like saying. What the fuck, like this dude is fucking, that's this bitch ass, like what the fuck. But I fucking I fucking believed those bullshit ass, pussy ass promises. I don't know if it even is like promises, but like I guess manipulation would be like a better way to describe it. It could have even not been known to him that it is manipulative, but it was, and that is the reality of it, you know what I mean? And basically, it came to a point where we kind of like, I gave an ultimatum, and I was like, yo, I want a date. Like, that's what I want. And he was like, okay, I'm willing to try. And we started dating for like 3 days, and then he was like, oh my god, I can't do it. Like, I feel so trapped. Like, oh my god, like, I just can't, I feel like I can't breathe because, like, I'm not a relationship person, and, like, oh my god, a relationship is, like, super difficult for me, and it's super scary, and, like, I'm just so afraid. Even he's yelling bullshit, you know what I mean? And it's, like, super scary for me, and, like, just a poor guy, like, and you're like such a pretty girl, and like you can get anyone if you wanted to, like you can literally get anyone, I can't, and like blah 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 blah, like fucking telling me you're so much better than me also, like blah 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 blah, and like fucking keeps on using me, you know what I mean? And yeah, he broke up with me like after like 3 days of us being together. And, like, then we started sleeping again because I was a dumbass bitch who wanted male validation, you know what I mean? And don't do that, okay? You don't need male validation. You can give yourself self-validation. It's a thing, okay? I figured out how to do that, and it's the best. And we kept sleeping together until one time I got fucking fed up with this, and I would always fucking fight with him. It was that we would fight a lot, you know. I would always fucking fight with him and get upset because like I wanted his attention and he fucking wanted to use me for my body. Yeah. And funny enough, my ADHD is fucking yelling, screaming, if you will. Yeah. So he fucking has the audacity to be like, make jokes about it also. Like jokes that would trigger me on purpose because he liked the reaction. He was like enjoying the reaction. Like a fucking bitch ass, you know what I mean? Like a fucking whore. Sorry for all the swearing. I'm actually not sorry. I'm ripping the gloves. And he would come to my house to bone, obviously, and like I kind of started realizing that I don't really align with that thing anymore. You know what I mean? Like I don't really align with what I'm doing at that point. So I'm like thinking about it, and like it was the first time of me ever doing ecstasy at that time. It was like kind of like February of 2022. I got the ecstasy for my birthday. I didn't purchase it or anything. I got it from a friend as a birthday gift. I don't know. It was very much appreciated, but weird taste. My taste, but no, I'm kidding. I'm not. Am I? Not anymore. Like, I am kidding. Like, it's not my taste anymore, you know? Okay, I'm back. So, he was like... I was telling something else. I was like, okay, having a moment with the ecstasy, right? Because I was, it's ecstasy, right? You have a moment, that's what you do. I do not condone drugs in any way. I do not condone to myself drugs in any way, other than like weed, but like in a therapeutic and psychedelics, but in a therapeutical way, in a holistic way that is beneficial to you, and it doesn't take away from your well-being, and it actually serves you and serves your well-being and your higher purpose. That we stand in this house. But if it's not that, then no, it's not that good. I don't recommend. Been there, not as much, like here and there, but you know, I'll make a video about it if you want, maybe one time. But yeah, I was having a moment with myself, and I was like falling in love with myself because I did it alone, and I was like fucking dancing around my room, feeling like I'm the best person that exists, right? And I was like, oh my god, I'm a queen, like slay girl. And I wrote him like a message of like, yo, I finally have to know, like, are you interested in like making this a relationship? And like, if you're not interested in making this a relationship, like, like, it's over with, you know, like, we're not gonna have this anymore. And he was like, no, like, a relationship is like too much for me, like, you know. And at this point, I've been like in a really dark stage of my life because like I also like kind of tried killing myself January of that year of 2022, and when I tried killing myself, I kind of like called him. It was very embarrassing, and I know, I'm aware of my mistakes. Yes, we all were crazy at some point. Thank God I did not stay crazy because that was not fun. But yeah, and he said, yeah, a relationship is like too much for me and blah 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 blah, and I respect your decision, shit like that. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, next thing, you know what I mean? Like, next thing, you're out. Like, you're not an option even anymore. Like, I'm moving on. That's what I did. And like, actually moved on super quick. And we kind of like, it was a habit of him like coming here almost every other day, just because we kind of live on the same fucking street. I'll get to that. And and yeah, like, he would come here very often. And after that conversation, what happened, like, he would come often, but like we would just like speak, you know. And then he started visiting less frequently because I didn't show any interest in him. And quite frankly, when I saw his actual interactions, like, without the power of love that I gave him, without the like attachment that I had, and I actually saw things for what they were, I was like, yo, bro, this dude doesn't even have a personality. Like, this dude doesn't have a personality. He doesn't even know what the fuck he is, like, who the fuck he is. Like, he lets other people fucking tell him what he is. And he also grew up in a very like toxic family, and he was like, no, that's not toxic, that's the way. And I'm like, no, that's fucking toxic. But yes. And he was like, no, they love me. And I was like, that doesn't mean it's not toxic. Like, it can be together, you know. Toxic people can feel love, you know, towards their children. It doesn't mean they're not toxic parents and they fuck them up. And yeah. But I really got over it, and I would be kind of cold to him because I realized there's no substance in the person. There is like nothing that I can say that he will understand and comprehend and give me an honest answer. No, he would just like give me an instinct reaction of what I said, without thinking about it, without actually like considering what I said, without actually, because I'm such a deep of a person and he is such a superficial of a person. Like, I just couldn't understand him at that point. So I was like a bit like And then I kind of had like a boyfriend in like March of 2022, and like it was, wait, I'm gonna bring more wipes to like clean this up. So yeah, and he kind of like stopped coming, like the dude, the Scorpio bitch ass dude that I was talking about, kind of like stopped coming. And good, you know, because I had a boyfriend. He kind of like understood that, because I also said, yo bro, not cool, have a boyfriend. That's it. He also fucking met that boyfriend, because like, wow, that's a story. Like, me and that dude actually went to the same school, but we didn't know each other because he is not my type. And after the first date we had, I like went to like an outing with my friends, and I was like crying, and I was like, oh my god, like, I hate men, like, I'm a lesbian, like, I don't know, this date was awful. It was like chill, we just sat, talked. It was actually an interesting conversation. He's a horrible person too, but he wasn't a horrible person like that to me, you know what I mean? But yeah, and like, I just like, I don't know, just the whole vibe like made me cry. And I went to the friend hangout after that date crying, like, I'm a lesbian, like, I don't know, like, exactly. Yeah, exactly. How did you know? Anyway, and that boyfriend at the time, ex-boyfriend, I don't even want to call him that because he wasn't, we like dated for like a month, maybe 2 months, and that's it. Like, that's, what the fuck is that? And like, we had zero communication. We met like 3 times. Like, I don't know. But he came to my house at one point. It was like maybe the 3rd to the 4th time that, yeah, 3rd to 4th time that like I saw him. And I was like, yo, I have a bunch of friends at my house. Like, we did some music. I don't know. It was fun. And that's it. And they wanted to meet my boyfriend, because they were my friends. And, like, as he is coming, like, he calls me and he's like, oh, can I come over? Oh, I have friends over. Cool, I'm coming, The other dude, like, the Scorpio bitch-ass, pussy-ass bitch, okay? Calls me and he's like, yo, I'm around, can I like visit and come over? And I was like, sure you can. I'm definitely not going to expose any information about who is also going to be here, but slay, come over, yeah, slay. So they both come over and that's it. And like, my friends are also there and they're enjoying the situation as much as I am. And like, both of them, like the dude that I was dating and the other dude, the Scorpio bitch-ass bitch, were like hitting it off. And like, even though the Scorpio dude was like knew he was my boyfriend because he like was very affectionate, like you could see that we are together, just from yeah, because he did like this, like head pats, I don't know, stuff like that, holding my knees, I don't know, shit like that. And the Scorpio dude felt so uncomfortable, like I could see it, and I was kind of mean of me, but like it had to happen, because you know what fucking happened next? What fucking happened next, bitch? Was at the time where I kind of like was with not much communication with that boyfriend, so to say. And that was kind of like after a month, it was like the second month of me dating that dude, and we almost have barely had any communication. We didn't see each other at all. And he was like ghosting me, basically. He was ghosting me. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it in any way. He was fucking ghosting me. Because, like, he didn't even know what he fucking wanted from himself as well. And I kind of, like, started noticing that. And I was, like asking him, like, yo, the fuck? Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you okay? Like, is this, So, the Scorpio dude did not have any idea of what the fuck was going on, okay? But me, in my mind, I was like, well, I'm going to break up with that dude because, like the other dude that I was dating at the time. Because I'm going to break up with him because I know I deserve so much better. And everyone around me was telling me, like, yo, you deserve so much better. Like, break up with him. Like, you deserve so much better. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I will break up with him, like, in, like, a few days or something. And that day that I think that in my mind, that Scorpio dude calls me, and it's like after maybe a month and a half after he used to come here almost every day, a month and a half of him not texting me, nothing, okay? And he just fucking called out of nowhere, and I was like here sitting in my room with my roommate, kind of like discussing about life and about like that boyfriend. And he calls, and I'm like, yo, that's interesting. And all of a sudden, he's like, the Scorpio dude, he's like, yo, can I, like, pass by? Like, I'm around, and I, like, want to say hi, I want to catch up, shit like that. And I was like, oh, cool. My roommate is also here. So we can, like, sit the three of us. So it's not going to be embarrassing. It's not going to be awkward, uncomfortable. It's going to be fine. And what my roommate does is, like, okay, the Scorpio dude comes over. Okay. And it's all, like, friendly vibes, in my opinion. It's, like, friendly vibes, My roommate stays for, like, 3 minutes and goes. And I'm like, shit, what the fuck am I going to do with this dude now? Like, because I know he is I don't want to be mean like that, but he's dumb. Like, I'm sorry, he just never understood anything I had to fucking say. Because there's nothing in that box. Nothing, Not even the long hair, because he got a haircut and he got super unattractive, and I was still like into him. Not when I had a boyfriend. Like at that time, I was completely over this dude. But this dude, Scorpio dude, was so persistent. He knew I was still in a relationship with that boyfriend, and he didn't know anything that was going on in my mind. That was like, oh, maybe I would break up with him. Maybe he didn't know anything. I didn't tell that to anyone other than my closest friends, who don't even know him. Okay. And he was asking me, oh, how was your boyfriend and shit like that, and I was like, oh yeah, pretty cool. And he's like, so like, what I thought was gonna happen, like what I came for, isn't going to happen. You know what I mean? That's what he meant. What do you think I meant? He meant. That's exactly what he said. Like, so what I thought was going to happen is not going to happen. And I was like, no, like what the fuck? And I was like, can you please get the fuck out of my house? I didn't say it like that. I was like, no, actually I'm kind of like busy, like, I'm sorry, like you kind of have to go. Or like maybe he was like, oh, I have to go, like, and when he said I have to go, it was like, so like that's it, like there's nothing that like it's gonna happen. And I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. Like what? At the time I did. And I was super disgusted by that. I was so fucking disgusted by that, and I let him go, and I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like, he wanted me to fucking cheat for him? Like, this dude is fucking crazy, out of this world, fucking lunatic, Scorpio-ass, bitch-ass, pussy-ass motherfucker, you know what I mean? So, that happened, right? And that was the last ever interaction I've had with the dude until New Year's Eve of this year, 2023. Yes, that is right. 2023, New Year's, right? Novi God. And honestly, I'm in the best place of my life at this point. Like, I found my soulmate. Like, I haven't seen him yet at that time, like January 1st, but I know him. Like, I know who he is in my mind. Like, I don't know his name, I don't know anything about him, but I do know how he looks like, what his personality is like, what his zodiac sign is. Of course, I know that. So many things, you know. And I was like, after like also kind of like a relationship that was kind of like healing to me with a dude who was like really nice. I've talked about him before, like in that my relationships video. You can go watch that, or like the other video of me ranting about me wanting to move out story time. I also spoke about his story there. But he was a really nice dude, and I was able to heal so many things while being with this dude. We weren't like officially dating, but we were kind of like exclusive. And yeah. And so I was feeling myself girl boss as fuck, you know, like I'm in this stage of my life where I don't give a shit about anything. I know my worth. I know what, you know, I'm a valuable woman, you know, and I know that. And I claim that because I am, you know. And I was just sitting at my favorite bar in town with both of my friends. And one of them knows him, like the story of him and everything. She was really involved throughout the time. And one of them is like a new friend that I met like September, maybe not September, October, maybe something like that. No, September, yeah. And like, yeah. And we sit in the bar, right? And I post a story or something of me sitting in that bar. And you know, for like a year, since March 2022, I did not see that dude, that Scorpio dude, even though we live on the same street. I've never seen him this whole year, right? But I'm sitting at that bar with my girls, right? With my gals, and we're all high as fuck, drunk as fuck. I mean, I wasn't drunk, I was high, but like, we all, it's New Year's Eve, we wanted to celebrate. And I was like posting a story of me in that bar where you can clearly see what bar it is. And a few, like, maybe like 20 minutes, even less than 20 minutes, maybe like 15 minutes after I posted that story, I like completely forgot about that story, right? And then I like, I'm getting furious. But that Scorpio dude walks into the bar, and we were sitting inside of the bar. There's like outside areas for sitting and inside areas for sitting, and the inside where we were sitting was very close to the door, like maybe the third table from the door, something like that, the third table from the door, and it's like really close to the door, and it's like in the entrance, right? Because it's a big place, it's like in the entrance. And he deadass walks in, okay? It looks like a fucking e-boy ass bitch. And he comes up to me he comes straight up to me, like he knew where I was fucking sitting. Like, that was fucking, Jesus Christ. Like, I was sitting on the table, right? Chatting with my girls about unrelated things. And all of a sudden, he fucking comes by, specifically, okay, he walks in, and when he walks in, he immediately sees me because I'm in the entrance, right? And if he didn't see me, he saw my friend because she knew him as well, that was sitting in like eyesight, you know what I mean, of the entrance. Let me turn off the boiler and wait 5 more minutes and give you some tea and then go wash this shit off. Okay, I'm back. So, he walks straight, deadass, to our table to speak to me. He like, it's not like he notices me and he's like, yo, hey, oh my god. No, he's like super concentrated and focused, and it's like coming to me, and he's like, yo, Kesam. And I was like, yo, hey dude, nice to see you, like, how's it going? But like, not asking actually, like, oh, how's it going, bye, like, you know what I mean? And he's like, well, let me be more like in detail about this, right? Because this is a fucking hilarious situation to me right now. He walks in, right? And he goes straight to my table, straight to speak to me, okay? And he has 2 friends, or maybe 3 friends behind him, like his fucking sidekicks, okay? And they all look like they fucking masturbate to hentai, for real, and like listen to Lil Peep, and like, I can't speak, listen to Lil Peep, and like, don't even know what drugs he's talking about, don't even know like what the fuck he's thinking about. They're like, oh yeah, this is sad, bro, you know, that kind of people. But also like, oh my god, I don't have depression, I don't have anxiety, like that's for weak people, but actually have fucking depression and anxiety. That gets worse because they don't, okay, never mind, that's a different rant. But walks straight in and he's like, yo, Kesam, how are you, and shit like that. I was like, oh, how are you? And he was like, I'm going to sit right next to you, like you can text me. And I'm like, no, bye. That's literally what I said. I said, no, with this face, no, bye, like literally, bye. And I was like, not even acknowledging him. And he fucking left the bar. He fucking straight up left the bar. Like, he walked in, spoke to me, I told him I was not interested in speaking to him, and he fucking left the bar. Like, the only reason he went into the bar in the first place was to speak to me. Okay, girl, relax, okay? And maybe I would say like a month ago, less than a month ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. I not accurate to when this is posted, but when this is filmed. This is the 5th of April 2023 when I'm filming this. Well, when it's posted, I don't know, you know. So I kind of like get out of work, right? And you know how my schedule is. I finish work at 11 at night, and then I go back home. And like I finish work, right? And I'm like blasting fucking metal in my earphones. And I'm going to the station. I'm a bit high because one of the workers after I finished my shift was like, "Yo, I have a last hit. Like, do you want it?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, of course I want it." And I took the last hit, and he fucking has, because he smokes for his medical condition, like with a license and everything, so he has banging ass weed. So I'm having fun. I'm after work. I'm feeling satisfied with myself. I'm, a bit high, with my fucking metal and my earphones. And I go to my station, where I usually take my bus from. And I see this dude sitting there. And for a moment, and he's quite a nice looking dude. Like, seems like a nice person. And I'm just sitting there, blasting fucking metal in my ears. I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't care about anything around me. Like, at this point, I've already, like, I am a person who doesn't give a shit about anything. So I was just, like, minding my own business, And he's, like, going on, standing up and, like, wanting to, like, go to, like, throw away something. So he's like, "Yo, can you keep an eye on my bag?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I keep an eye on his bag. And he comes back and he's like, "Thanks." And I was like, "For sure." And he starts a conversation with me, and he's like, "Yo, what are you listening to?" Or like, "Do you work here at the mall?" And I was like, "Yeah, at the arcade, in the thing." And he was like, "At this," and and he starts like having a conversation with me, and he's like, "Yo, what are you listening to?" And I was like, "Guess." It seems like a nice person. He was really polite. He was really like, had fun in interacting with this dude. It was kind of like a random interaction. He was flirting with me in some way, but I felt like it was more like a nice, friendly interaction more than anything. So he was like, "Are you listening to Drake?" And I was like, who's gonna tell him? I was like, "I do listen to Drake, but not right now." And then he's like, "Oh, Travis Scott is coming to Israel and shit like that. Do you go to the concert?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not that much of a hard fan of Travis Scott," or like something. Who was it? I think it was Travis Scott, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Travis Scott, but like someone. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's not that much my thing, but I do like his songs, some of his songs, shit like that, It's good being like varied in music taste, because then you can, be in every conversation about music and actually have an opinion and something to say. So I was like, "Nah," shit like that. We were talking. He like asked me how old I was. I was like 19. He was like, "Yeah, oh cool, I'm 19 too." Blah 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 blah. And like we go on the same bus, but we go from different entrances. And like I leave this interaction with an ego boost. I'm like, "Oh my god, that was so lovely." That was like so lovely. Like, first, I go out of my shift, and all of a sudden, my coworker offers me a joint. Like, hell yeah. Oh my god. And then a person hits on me or starts a conversation with me in a very polite, gentleman, and like honoring way, like in a very human way. And I was like, yo, it was really nice. I was like, oh my god, so hyped. I was boosted. You know what I mean? I was boosted. So I was sitting, like, dangling my legs, being all high, all fucking ego boosted, all fucking, like, enjoying myself, my time, being, like, so grateful for the universe of every interaction, And because I speak with the universe and say thank you all the time, but, like, that moment, when I, stare at the window, which leads to blackness, because it's like 11 p.m. Like, you know. But like I look out the window and I see, like uh, some trees, some the sea, like I don't know. I look outside. I'm a dreamy person. I like not being here, not being with us. I'm an Aquarius. I'm an air sign. I'm never with you. I'm always somewhere else in my mind. So I was just like letting the music, take me away, and I see him walking on the bus. But when he is walking on the bus, he is fucking death staring me. Okay, staring me right in my eyes, right into my soul. Okay, and I was like, that this moment, wow. If you know me, I'm a very nice person. Like I'm a genuinely nice person because I don't like being mean. Like I believe in being nice because kindness is what makes us powerful against evil. You know what I mean? Like kill them with kindness. You know what I mean? So this is my motto usually, but this time, and it wasn't on purpose. I swear to God. Maybe I don't know if it was on no, it wasn't. It was just like an urge from my insides. Okay, it was like a reflex. I was like squinting my eyebrows to see, like, to focus. Yo, is that him? I said in my mind. I was like this. All while he is fucking dead staring me. Goes onto the bus, dead staring me. Looking straight at me. Like, I don't know. And I squint my eyebrows and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's him. And I'm like, out of my entire soul, like my entire soul rolled its eyes to this dude. And I know it's super Aquarius typical of me, but I just couldn't hold it in. Like, would I be nice to that dude? No! I have no reason to be nice to this dude. This dude is not nice. Like, the fuck? Oh, my laundry is ready. I have so many things to do and I have to wake up super early in the morning, but it's fine. Okay, so let me wrap this, right, by saying, finishing this story, because it's actually almost finished. So let me put this on 2 minutes, and I could, 2 minutes, so I can go wash this off. And hang my laundry. So, this is the interaction, right? And the whole time, I'm like super scared he's gonna fucking approach me, because I don't like being approached. And I can't ignore you because I have a seat that's available next to me, which was scary because it's a felony to deny someone a place to sit. And if that fucking dude were okay to sit next to me, I couldn't say shit. I could be like, oh, excuse me, can I get up? I want to get up. I want to get off here. I could do that, right? But like maybe I could have like be like, can I get out, please? Thank you. Walk out and sit next to the dude who I had a good interaction with before. But like this was not where my mind was. My mind was in like, oh my gosh, like I don't like this energy being around me. I don't like this dude. Like I don't want to interact with this dude. I hope this was enough to let him know that I don't want to interact with his bitch ass. So he kept staring at me most of the time. And I was like going into my own world, looking outside the window, being like, he is not here. And if he is here, he's a bitch ass. Like, you don't need to think about that. He's a bitch ass, okay? A bitch ass. So I go home. Right? And I also tell the group chat and everyone, I update everyone in this fucking disgusting thing that I just experienced, right? And literally, the day after, I go with my friends to like a cafe or like a restaurant at the evening, right? And all of a sudden, I'll finish this right now. I all of a sudden get a message. It's like, hey Kesem, how's it going? And guess who was that from? Scorpio bitch ass. And I was like showing it to them, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? This dude fucking thinks I'm going to respond to him? Like, this dude really thinks my standards are this low? Bitch, the fuck? You know, since I've been with you, I've seen so many things about life. I've learned so many things about life. And honestly, your vibration is so not in my life anymore. Like, since then, like since March, April, it is not in my life. Like, this is not how my life is. Like, what the fuck? And the fact that he thought that sending me a message is going to do anything, like, oh, you wanted me to like be like, oh my god, hi, how's it going? Like, are you like stupid? Like, are you dumb? Like, I'm sorry, but like, you are. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm spitting facts, straight up fucking water. And my friends are like, block him. And I was like, oh yeah, for real. Oh my god, for real. I'm gonna block him because like he thinks I'm gonna fucking respond. That's ridiculous. Like, that's hilarious. Like, that's funny. Like, I laughed. I really did laugh out of my heart. I was like, do you see what I am seeing? Like, bitch. And yes, and I blocked him. And like, if next he tries DMing me on Instagram, then too bad, because I think he's also blocked that. Yeah. Only problem is that he lives really close to where I live. We live on the same street, and like I said, we did not meet each other for like a year since until we did. But now it's like, you know, it's like, I don't want to see him again. Like, I don't want to see you again. Like, can you please get the fuck away from me? Like, if you're seeing this video, and you probably are, because you're a narcissist and you're also obsessed with me, and I know that. Okay, claim that, girl. Because that's the only fucking reason you keep sending me fucking messages. Keep fucking, bitch. Okay, stop. Okay? Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to speak with you. I don't want to see you. I don't miss you like you miss me. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm unforgettable, and you are forgettable. You are forgettable because I want to forget you. Like, it's something you want to forget. Okay? And it's funny that, like, the person said, oh, my biggest fear is to be forgotten. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Bye. Yeah. So, that's it. And now, since I think that when this is posted, I will probably already have a boyfriend. Because I'm, like, kind of, like, hitting on someone right now. And he is pretty cute. Yeah. But if I don't, then that's still pretty cute, because I'm still dating the cutest person in the world, and that it is me. Yes, it is me. Okay, that's it. I dyed my hair. Now I need to really go wash this dye off and do my laundry. It's 2:35 in the morning. I need to be out at 11 in the morning. Maybe 9 even. I don't know. Depends what my mom updates me about, because we need to go shopping for Passover. That is actually tomorrow, but I don't know. But yes, that was all of it. And thank you for staying with me, chit-chatting with me, listening to my not so good relationship story. And, you know, I hope you found this funny, because I did. And I don't know, I just really wanted to tell this story because in my relationships video, I did not want to tell those kind of like stories, because this is not a relationship. Like, I didn't fall in love with this dude. I got attached to this dude, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't love. It wasn't like an emotion who resembles love. It wasn't joy. No, nothing. It was attachment. It was toxicity. Not for me. So I wanted to be in a separate video, other than, like, you know, me talking about my mythological exes and like the best people that I know in my life. and including him in the list seemed like no. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. And I actually didn't have many like bad interactions with people like in a relationship wise, like, and if I did, it was like a one-time interaction of like I went to hang out with a person and they like fell asleep on me, or like something like that, or like ghosted me, shit like that, but nothing really a relationship thing. But this was the thing that most resembled a toxic relationship, but it wasn't an official relationship. It was a toxic situation in any way. But it is over. And it's super over because I fucking blocked the dude, and I hope he knows that I don't give a shit about how you're doing. I don't give a shit about like what the fuck is going on in your life, because I don't care. I have my own life, and I know you're obsessed with me because I'm amazing. I'm obsessed with me too because I'm amazing. But like, you're not. Oh, boohoo. Boohoo, I'm so sorry. Oh, but yeah, like, you're not. Maybe like, instead of like trying to copy other people's personality and all the people to like you and want you to be around them, how about like finding your own personality? How about like being your own person? How about like actually using your mind? Huh? No? Okay. I guess. Okay. Well, anyway, that was like my tea, I guess, for this video, and I will show you also my hair when it's like done, because will I show you my hair when it's done? I'll insert a picture somewhere here, or like a video of me like doing this with my hair like tomorrow when I with my makeup and everything, when I go to the beach in sunlight and everything, so it's like cute and like goth and like amazing with my black hair and like my shaved sides and everything. But yeah, that was it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this and I made you laugh. I made myself laugh and it was really fun filming this, and maybe I will do this more often. Every month, me dye my hair. I don't dye my hair every month, but every time I dye my hair, like, you're gonna get a tea story, a tea spill, I actually really have to go wash this off now. Goodbye. I love you, and take care of you. Drink a lot of water. Bye.